Happy Mother's Day. And in honor of Mother's Day today, I'm going to talk about one of the very top topics that comes up as a health and a wellness coach. And that is parents not being able to find time or make time to take care of themselves. I especially get this when I work with moms because majority of my clients are women and majority of those women are moms with kids still living at home. I would say this is probably pretty consistent across most health coaches, whether you're a personal trainer or a nutrition coach. Upwards of probably 65% of our clientele are all moms, okay? And the reason I think that is because moms don't have time to waste. So you need to be the most efficient and the most effective with what little time that you have. So if I ask you to list out all of the things that you were in charge of, all the things that you had to accomplish in a day, all of the things to keep your household running, all the things you have to do for your job, as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a friend, all these things, where would you see yourself on that list? You take care of so many things as a mom that there's usually very little margin for you. So you need to be the most efficient and the most effective as possible with what little time you can carve out for yourself, okay? You need strategies that give you the most results with the least amount of time and energy, okay? So that is why I think moms typically are the ones who hire the experts because they don't have any time to waste, okay? They need to be efficient. This being so needed by other people often forces us moms into a mindset that yourself has to come last. There are so many other things, and they're good and they're important things, okay? That you feel like those need to come first before you take care of your own health and your own wellness, okay? But at some point, moms typically come to a place where they realize that their health is important, okay? Because it's not just important for them, but it's important for all of those who depend on them as well, okay? And that's where I come in. My job as a coach is to help bridge that gap, to help moms make that conscious effort to make themselves a priority, okay? They realize all the other things that they do and that they're in charge of that will actually do better. Those things will actually improve when they take the time for themselves. They become more effective, more efficient when they feel their best. The exact thing that mom thinks that they don't have time for is the exact thing that's going to give them more energy to get it all done, okay? While there are not studies on this specifically as far as parenting goes, there are studies on this as in regards to running a business, okay? And that's probably because like us as parents, we don't have time for one more thing, like being a part of a study. But you may have heard the statistic before, but for every dollar that a business or an employer spends on the employee's health and wellness, they're going to get $2 back in productivity, okay? There is actual studies, there's actual data that shows this, okay? You are more effective. The employees are more effective at their job. They're more efficient at their job, okay, when they take care of themselves, okay? And I definitely can see this paralleling into your life and into your motherhood. Many times we have to work through the guilt first about taking time for yourself, especially moms with little kids, because little kids need a lot, okay? They're needy little turds, okay? And it's hard to get past that guilt of carving out time for yourself when you could be doing something for your children, for their school, for your husband, for your household. It feels hard to prioritize a 30-minute walk or meal prepping or planning out what you're going to eat for the week when there are dishes piled in the sink and mountains of clothes that need to be folded. It just kind of feels selfish, but it's not selfish. It actually makes you more effective when you show up better for all of those things, okay? And you can show up better for all of those things. You can be more effective when you take care of yourself. It's that whole you can't pour from an empty glass saying, okay? So sometimes thinking of yourself as a machine that works for your family is a good way to kind of frame this, to kind of help you grasp why it's important, okay? If you had this one machine, okay, and it was in charge of so many aspects of running your family, okay? From the grocery shopping to the cleaning to the carpool, potentially contributing income to your family as well. You are this valuable, important machine for your family. And as with any machine, you have to maintain it so it functions optimally for a long, long time, okay? Not to mention that maintenance on a machine Preventative maintenance costs much less than trying to fix a problem, fix a health concern once it happens, okay? But I get it. I'm a mother of 4 myself, and there are definitely stumbling blocks and definitely some things to consider that are specific for moms that other people just don't have to struggle with, okay? I've already touched on the first one. It's we don't have time, okay? We have like 0 time. We already touched on this, like I said, but this is why moms typically hire personal trainers and health coaches, because busy moms don't have time to waste. You need to be effective. Maximum effectiveness is not the same as maximum intensity and effort. And we'll touch on this a little bit later. But it's not about getting as hot and as sweaty and burning as many calories as possible, or getting as many splat points, or how sore you are the next day, okay? That maximum efficiency and effectiveness is not the same as maximum intensity or effort, okay? Those things are not a good measure of how effective your workout is. Think of it like I'm right-handed. I can write an essay with my left hand, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder, but it's certainly not more effective than doing it with my right hand. Okay, so doing things in an efficient and effective way is not necessarily doing it the hardest way possible. Okay. Another reason there's a stumbling block specifically for moms is we don't have an example of how to navigate this. In our parents' and our grandparents' generations, raising kids, when they were raising kids, it was much less socially acceptable to take care of yourself. So they didn't, okay? Our parents typically, may have gone to jazzercise, our moms sometimes, but they were of the slim fast. It was about getting as small as possible, not as healthy as possible. And that is beginning to shift in our generation. We're the first generation navigating what true balance and health looks like. Our generation is one of the first generations finding value in this as a mother. So we're kind of in uncharted waters per se, but I would dare to say the biggest hurdle is you think moms specifically think they have to do so much more than they actually have to do to get the results that they want. Okay. And so you have this picture that you have to do all these things and spend all this time in the gym and do all this meal prepping, and it just seems impossible to fit that in your already busy schedule, okay? If you're a busy mom looking at your day and you thought that you had to spend hours in the gym or all Sunday afternoon meal prepping, you're not even going to try it, okay? It's not feasible to fit that in the small margins of your day, and this is the number one hurdle for moms. So hopefully if you've been listening to me for any amount of time, you know that this is incorrect. This is actually one of the 2 biggest myths that I find in the wellness industry. The first one being it takes a massive, expensive, time-consuming change. It takes a lot of restriction and deprivation to reach your goals, and that is absolutely false, okay? You can be super effective with 30-minute home workouts, okay? And a simple meal plan when those things are strategic and they're done properly, okay? When it's strategically planned, you can be so effective with just the minimal time that you have, okay? And that's what we offer for you in the Faster Way, okay? Our head trainers do all of the thinking, all of the planning, all of the programming. It is all laid out for you in our app, okay? And that's exactly what busy moms need. Look for programming that will give you the maximum results with the least amount of time, effort, and energy, okay? More is not always better, okay? More time in the gym, more meal prepping, more is not always better. More is just more. And if you're a busy mom, you don't have time for more, okay? You need efficiency. And then again, the second myth, the first one is it takes all these massive, expensive changes to see effort or to see any kind of change, and that is false. But the second myth is once you realize it only takes a few simple, easy changes to start seeing results, you think it's only going to take a few small, easy changes to your diet, to your exercise routine to get this shredded look that you're wanting, the 6-packs, like that fitness model physique. You think, well, if it only took these small steps to get this massive result, it's only going to take a few more steps to get even more massive results. And that's also false. Usually it takes that very dedicated, expensive, time-consuming to get shredded. But there's good news is most moms are not out to look like a fitness model, okay? Most busy moms just want to be healthy. Most busy moms just want to feel good and have energy and confidence and be strong so we can keep up with our kids, okay? You want to sleep better and just feel better overall. Your goal is not to look like a fitness model. Okay, so you don't have to do those crazy expensive extremes to get the results you want. You don't have to do time-consuming, rigorous workouts or be super restrictive with your diet to see the results that you're looking for. Okay, most moms are looking for just a quality of life improvement, and you don't have to look like a bikini model to have a better quality of life, okay? Actually improving the way you look is going to be a byproduct of becoming a healthier you, okay? When you fuel your body with healthy whole foods and you're exercising appropriately, it's going to increase your mood, it's going to increase your metabolism, it's going to improve your sleep quality, improve your energy levels, you're going to have less joint pain, you're going to get off medication, you're going to have reduced inflammation, you're going to have improved mental clarity during the day, okay? These are all of what we call in the Faster Way non-scale victories, NSVs. This is the good stuff in life. This is what's going to change the quality of your life, are these non-scale victories. And I know it sounds counterintuitive when you are so busy, you have no energy. Okay, you can't imagine adding one more thing to your plate, especially something that you think requires so much energy like a workout, or so much mental energy like meal planning for the week and going to the grocery store, okay? Cutting up the fruits and the vegetables, okay? But if you do this right, if you do it efficiently and effectively, you're going to end up with more energy. More energy is like more time in your day, and that's absolutely invaluable, okay? You're going to be more productive with what little time you have when you feel good and you have energy, okay? It's like if the part of your struggle is like that I'm so tired and I don't have time, I don't have the energy to do this, I want to encourage you, okay? When the programming you do is strategic and it's done appropriately, it does not take a lot of time and you're going to feel better and have more energy afterwards, okay? Many of the fitness classes, many of the fad diets prey on women specifically because they know this about women, that they're looking for somebody to tell them what to do because they don't have time to figure it out themselves, okay? They're oftentimes desperate and they just want to see results and they have very little time and energy to waste, okay? Women who typically start looking into fitness classes or into these fad diets, they do it because they look in the mirror and they feel gross. They're uncomfortable in their own skin. They don't like what they see in the mirror. So they show up to these classes. They sign up for these fad diets ready to punish themselves, okay? And these classes know this, okay? And they capitalize on this by offering to beat you up. Okay, you show up ready to be punished and they're ready to beat you up, okay? And you're willing to suffer through starving yourself, okay, because of the self-hate. You don't like what you see, so you're willing to suffer through just starvation, okay? Many of these fad diets are just controlled starvation, okay? And self-hate is a fantastic motivator in the beginning. It is a fantastic way to get you started, but it is not going to work long-term, okay? It is not only ineffective long-term, but it's exhausting and it's not sustainable. You cannot hate yourself into a body that you love. It's a good motivator to get you started, but it is not something you can sustain long-term, okay? There's a better way. There's a better way where food can not only satisfy your hunger and get you to where you want to go, but it can taste good while you're doing it. And it doesn't have to take a ton of time to plan and prep, okay? Your workouts should leave you feeling more energized, okay? If you do your workout correctly and efficiently, okay, and appropriately for what your goals are, you are actually going to leave that workout feeling more energized and not like you just got your butt kicked, okay? You should be working smarter and not harder with effective workouts and fueling your body with food that makes you feel good. When you pair those effective workouts with that nutrition, you can actually maximize the effectiveness of both. And so that is the magic in the Faster Ways. We're not just a nutritional program. We're not just a diet. We're not just an exercise program, okay, that you just follow. We are both, and the both are married together so that it maximizes the effectiveness of both. Because again, you don't have any time to waste, okay? It's all programmed for you. You just have to hit play. You just have to follow the pre-planned meal guide. You have to follow but just by following our macro cycles and hitting play, you are on strategic programming. That's how easy it is, okay? And what I mean by proper, effective, and appropriate exercise is that you want your focus to be on what's going to give you the most amount of results for the least amount of time working out. So if your goal is fat loss, and I'm specifically talking to those people whose goal is fat loss, body composition changes, lean out, tone up, okay? If your goal is something different than that, your workouts are going to look a little bit different. But if that is your goal, strength training is going to be the cornerstone of your workouts, okay? The goal here is to increase your muscle mass, because the side effect of having more muscle mass is increased confidence, a faster metabolism, and a younger hormone profile. All of these things stay with you every single day, all day long. Even when you're not doing the workout, you're reaping the benefits from the strength training workout. Okay, a faster metabolism means that you can eat more and drink more and stay leaner after your workout. Okay, if you build muscle, you're going to be increasing your metabolism, because muscle is where your metabolism lives. You can go on vacation and fully enjoy yourself and not come back 5 pounds heavier, because you have that flexibility, you have that cushion, you have that buffer of a higher metabolism. And it's not just about that vacation that you take once or twice a year. It's also that everyday life. Because like I said, we're busy, we're moms, and you're going to have to grab something through the drive-thru sometimes that's not super ideal for your nutrition. And having, again, that flexibility, that cushion, that buffer of a higher metabolism is going to allow you to enjoy that and keep that lean physique that you're wanting. You can have the ice cream with your kids. You can eat your birthday cake. You can have girls' night out, okay? It's not about being perfect. It's about being imperfect with a faster metabolism, and that's what's going to help you maintain your results in this imperfect life that we're all living, okay? When you strength train and you eat to fuel the muscle growth, you will improve your hormone profile to a more youthful hormone profile. So as you're building muscle, that's like what your body was doing when you were younger. So your body's going to reorganize your hormones to build muscle, just like it does when you're younger and when you're growing. You're going to have a younger hormone profile. Another benefit of strength training is that it sculpts and it shapes your body. If you want to look better in a swimsuit, okay, you don't want to just be smaller. You want to have curves and shapes and tightness in all the right places, okay? That's what strength training does. It curves your body. It creates shape and firmness, okay? Building muscle gives you the visual results that you're looking for, okay? It puts those curves and the tightness in all the right places, okay? If you are limited on time and you're looking for the most effective workout to lean out, to tone up, what you're looking for is to build muscle, strength training. Strength training should be the cornerstone of your training program, with a little bit of HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training, sprinkled in. Okay, studies have shown that a single 30-minute workout session is actually not as effective in fat loss and insulin sensitivity, again, that's what our goal is right here, than 3 10-minute sessions. So it's the same amount of time, 30 minutes, but 30 minutes in one block versus 10-minute increments 3 times. That 10 minutes increments 3 times is actually more effective. And that's great news for moms who don't have large blocks of time to dedicate to workouts. You don't have to drive 15 minutes to a gym, to Orange Theory, whatever, a 45-minute long class, come back. You don't have to carve out those 2 hours to do Orange Theory or F45 or Burn Boot Camp or CrossFit or any of these other like HIIT style classes. You don't have to do that daily. You can do that some. If that's something you enjoy, the group fitness class is something you enjoy. But if your goal is leaning out, toning up, looking better in a swimsuit, then strength training needs to be the cornerstone with those things sprinkled in. And our home workouts are perfect for that, okay? They have a focus on strength training, and they're perfect for busy moms because you can get them started and then hit pause when #momlife happens, okay? You can come back and hit play later in the day when you have another small pocket of time, okay? If all you have is 10 minutes, you can still be super effective. You can actually be arguably more effective towards your fat loss endeavors in 10-minute pockets, okay? Breaking up your 30-minute workout into 3 10-minute sessions doesn't make it any less effective. It arguably makes it more effective, okay? True health, though, is not just about the diet and the exercise. If you're like, Anna Marie, I've got my diet down, I've got my exercise down, I'm doing all of the right things and still not seeing results, I can almost guarantee you it has something to do with your steps, your daily movement, your sleep quality, your stress level, or your gut health, okay? There's more to a healthy lifestyle than just diet and exercise, okay? And so you also want to look for programming that encompasses full body health, and not just as trying to get you to the smallest version of yourself, okay? So if I haven't convinced you yet why it's important for you as a mom to take care of yourself, then maybe this last-ditch effort I can sway you is do it for them. Do it for your children, okay? We can preach until we're blue in the face, but at the end of the day, our children are going to learn from our actions more than our words. Studies actually show that what you say to your children is not nearly as impactful as the behavior they observe from you. They're always looking, they're always listening, and they're always learning how to treat their body, how to talk to themselves, positive or negative self-talk, okay? How to prioritize their health or chase their dreams. Being a mom makes it so much more important to treat yourself with respect and grace, because your children are going to speak the words that they hear you say over themselves. They will learn to have a positive body image or a negative body image based on what they see you do, okay? One of the best ways you can set your kids up for a healthy lifestyle is to model it for them, okay? Are you showing them what a healthy relationship with food and fitness looks like? Are you using your workouts to punish yourself? Or are you using the workouts to feel strong and confident? Are you teaching them what eating healthy looks like? Or are you showing them the tips and tricks to not be hungry as you're trying to starve yourself, okay? Are you chasing skinny at all cost? Or are you prioritizing full body health, okay? Are you doing for yourself what you want them to do for themselves? Because if you're not, you might need to reevaluate that, okay? Don't expect your children to respect themselves and love themselves if they have spent a lifetime watching you do the opposite, okay? If you have a bad eating habit or a bad exercising habit, let that stop with you. Okay, it doesn't run in your family if it stops with you. You be the end to that cycle. Help your kids by helping yourself. Is this natural? Absolutely not. Okay, it's not natural for me. It's not natural for anyone, okay? But I want you, let this to be an inspiration to you, to lead by example in hopes that your children do not struggle with the same things that you're struggling with. So by teaching our kids how to take care of themselves, maybe, just maybe, we can heal ourselves too, okay? I want you in that swimsuit this summer because life is short and it's hot as Hades outside, and your kids don't care if you've got cellulite, okay? They just want their mama in the pool playing with them, and I want you to feel confident in that swimsuit. I want you to feel strong and healthy. I want you to be able to play with your children in the floor and your grandkids. Okay, it is a lifelong endeavor, okay? You may consider hiring me as your coach because you want to get smaller, you want to shrink. But I hope that you decide to join me because you want to take charge of your health, okay? You want to learn to love your body again and set a good example for the next generation. I hope you join me because you see another mother like yourself who is ready to love herself and show her kids what self-worth looks like.